Hi, my name is Megan Piercy. I'm a legislative coordinator in the clerk's office. We are the group that is responsible for providing support to council and its committees. I'd like to go over the citizen appointment to advisory committees for the new term of council. The city clerk's office is responsible for the statutory duties of the municipal clerk and duties under the Vital Statistics Act, Marriage Act, Freedom of Information Act, Planning Act, and Municipal Act. The office also manages the city's records, conducts municipal elections, prepares council and committee agendas and minutes, and administers the provincial offences court and administrative penalty system. Here is a list of some of the members of our team in the clerk's office. Each committee has a designated legislative coordinator who will be the main point of contact for you if you are appointed to one of the committees. This is just a quick at-a-glance of the council and committee structures and shows which committees report to who. I will be breaking the structure down into more detail in the next few slides. First, we have the standing committees, which facilitate the decision-making process for council. They are comprised of council members who participate in discussions and send their recommendations to council for final decisions. Then we have the advisory committees, which make recommendations related to specific topics and/or areas of interest. The recommendations are considered by General Committee and then sent to City Council for final decisions. On November 16th, Council directed the City Clerk's Office to review the advisory committee structure and report back in the new year. We began phase 1 of the citizen appointment process for committees that were not included in the advisory committee structure review. The new advisory committee structure has now been approved by Council, which included a name change to a couple of committees, an additional committee, and a removal of one committee. On this slide, you will see a list of all of the city's advisory committees that the city is now seeking appointments for in phase 2 of the appointment process. At the bottom of the slide, you will see the Accessibility Advisory Committee and the Heritage Advisory Committee. These committees are already in process as part of phase 1, as they are statutory committees and were not part of the advisory committee structure review. On the next few slides, I will go over each of the committees currently seeking citizen appointment. First, we have the Port Credit Heritage Conservation District Subcommittee, which is a subcommittee of the Heritage Advisory Committee. We started advertising for this committee in phase 1, however, the application period is still open because we have not received enough applications that meet the boundary requirements. A special requirement for this subcommittee is that you must be a resident or own property in the Port Credit Heritage Conservation District. The online application will include a map of the boundary of the Heritage Conservation District. Please refer to this map to see if you own a property within the boundary. This subcommittee consists of 5 citizen members, and they usually meet as required on Mondays, monthly at 3 o'clock. Next, we have the Combating Racism, Discrimination, and Hatred Advisory Committee. As part of the advisory committee structure review, Council retired the Diversity and Inclusion Advisory Committee and established this new committee. This committee will provide recommendations, advice, and information to City Council and City staff on the 6 points noted on the slide. This committee will be composed of up to 10 citizen members and 2 members of Council. With respect to the meeting times, the Diversity and Inclusion Advisory Committee met at 6:30 p.m. quarterly on a Wednesday. However, the meeting times for the Combating Racism, Discrimination, and Hatred Advisory Committee is still to be determined. Next, we have the Environmental Action Committee, which is composed of 4 citizen members, 3 members of Council, and additional group representatives. The committee usually meets monthly on the first Tuesday of the month at 9:30 a.m. Next, we have the Governance Committee, which consists of usually 5 councillors with the addition of 2 citizen members to provide a citizen perspective for making governance decisions. The committee usually meets bi-monthly on a Monday at 1 p.m. Then we have the Mississauga Cycling Advisory Committee, which consists of 12 citizen member positions as well as at least one member of council. The committee usually meets monthly on the second Tuesday of the month at 6:30 p.m. The committee also has additional subcommittee and working group meetings, such as Communications and Promotion Subcommittee and the Network and Technical Subcommittee. Next, we have the Road Safety Committee, which is comprised of 8 citizen member positions and 2 members of council. In addition to these members, there will be representatives from both the Mississauga School Traffic Safety Action Committee and the Mississauga Cycling Advisory Committee, so that the committee can have more complete discussions with other committee representation present. The Road Safety Committee usually meets monthly on the 4th Tuesday of the month at 9:30 a.m. This committee also has an additional subcommittee called the Road Safety Promotional Subcommittee. Next, we have the Mississauga School Traffic Safety Action Committee. This committee is comprised of 14 citizen members, school board trustee representatives, and members of council. The committee usually meets monthly on the 4th Wednesday of the month at 5 p.m. An extremely important part of the work of this committee, in addition to attending the monthly meetings, is also attending school site inspections. As per the terms of reference, citizen members are required to attend site inspections to evaluate and provide recommendations on approximately a minimum of 2 site inspections per month. Site inspections take place at student arrival and dismissal from school, which takes place in both the morning and the afternoon. Schools can open up any time from approximately 8 o'clock to 9:30 a.m. and dismissal in the afternoon from approximately 2:45 to 3:30 p.m. Therefore, we are looking for citizen members who are available to attend both the morning and afternoon portion of the inspection for a minimum of 2 site inspections per month. Site inspections can be located in your ward or another ward. Please keep this in mind if you're interested in applying for this committee, as site inspection attendance is extremely important. Next, we have the Towing Industry Advisory Committee, which is comprised of 6 citizen members and 2 members of council. The committee usually meets bi-monthly on a Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Next, we have the Transit Advisory Committee. This committee was established as a result of the Advisory Committee Structure Review. This committee will be comprised of up to 13 citizen members, a representative from each ward in the city wherever possible, and the membership should reflect the city's diverse population of transit users. The committee will also include a representative from the Accessibility Advisory Committee and the University of Toronto Mississauga or Sheridan College. This committee will meet quarterly, however, the meeting time is still to be determined. I encourage you to visit the Citizen Appointments webpage, where you will find additional details about the application process as well as links to online application forms through Better Impact. When completing your application, if you are interested in another committee, the system will allow you to apply for more than one. It is important to answer the questions as it relates to the specific committee of interest. In the application, explain your lived experience as it relates to the committee you are applying for. If you feel like you need additional space to answer the questions, the system will allow you to add an additional optional attachment. If you apply for more than one committee, you will be asked to rank them. On February 23rd, 2023, we will have an open house where staff who support these committees will be available to answer specific questions about these committees, to help you see what committees you are more interested in. Staff will also be there to walk you through the online application process. In order to sit on one of the city's committees, candidates must meet the following qualifications. You must be a Canadian citizen, a Mississauga resident or business owner, minimum 18 years of age. You must not be a City of Mississauga or Region of Peel employee. You must not be convicted of a crime for which a pardon has not been granted. And also, some of the committees might have additional qualifications that will be required. Now I'd like to go over some frequently asked questions. Question 1. Do you need to provide proof of vaccination? Currently, this is no longer a requirement to provide proof of vaccination. Question 2. Is it possible to make changes to your application once submitted? If you change your mind, you can contact the Citizen Appointment mailbox and we will make the change for you. If you want to know the status of your application, you can also contact us at the mailbox at citizen.appointments@mississauga.ca or call 311. Question 3. Will advisory committees be meeting in person or virtually? As of now, advisory committees have been running virtually. However, for the new term, we are planning to have the first meeting in person. And at this first meeting, it will be determined by the committee whether the meetings will be held in person, virtually, or hybrid. Question 4. Are these paid positions? No, all of these roles are volunteer positions. Question 5. If you are not appointed, will there be opportunities throughout the term to apply again? If there is a vacancy on any of the committees, the nominating committee, made up of councillors who sit on the committee, may consider reviewing previous applications, or they may consider doing another public call for membership. If there are any vacancies, they will be posted on our Citizen Appointments webpage. Now I would like to go over the interview process. The Clerk's Department will review the applications and use your responses on the application to provide a short list of candidates to members of council. Members of council will also be provided the list of candidates who have not been shortlisted. The panel for the interview will be comprised of the members of council appointed to the committee. The format of the interviews, virtual or in person, will be confirmed if you receive an interview request. We appreciate everyone who applies. However, only those candidates selected for an interview will be contacted. Recommendations for successful candidates will go to City Council for approval and appointments to committees. Our goal is to complete the application process for all committees by the end of spring 2023. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please email us at citizen.appointments@mississauga.ca or call 311. You can also attend the open house on February 23rd, 2023 to ask questions to staff in person. Thank you again.